We have the video generator and it has been successfully generated few scenes. So let me click on this watch video.
Though no fossils remain, we can glimpse Luca's traits through the shared features of modern genomes.
So this is scene number 4. So this one actually the result of this one. So it is like a split scene image show modern one side inference character in Luca and the last universal common acceptor. Wow, okay. Today is office hour number 18 and we have something that I would like to share with you. So actually we have a new banner, as you see. So this is better comparing to the previous one. And this one is made by the new agent that Swan had created. So today we are going to go through a few parts. We are going to talk about Veo 3 integration direct into Agentic Flow. It can be used in workflow, in agent, and in multi-agent system. Today is kind of like MAS day, so we will share a bit more on what's new in the MAS, including plugins, condition, loop, way, and because these are new features, so we think a lot, and we think that maybe we need to give you an example of how you use this one. So we make a like video generator with Nano Banana and Veo 3. It originally we planned to do a UGC ad generator, but it turned out that doing the normal video is more interesting. So we changed that. So this title is not correct. And finally, we are publishing MAS to an iframe and embedded to website, because I believe that most of you are playing around with MAS, but you never been able to bring it to work, right, to deploy. So we believe that this is something that is necessary, so we will include that. Okay, let me turn on the aircon first. So first one I would like to share is the Express Designer. So this has been made by Swan. So she's also in the call today. So what this designer can do. So first one is this banner is one shot created by the agent. And also this one on the left hand side as well is very nice, right? And it is pretty neat actually. And it including the design, the date, the information, and so on. And this really helpful because I need to make a lot of like PowerPoint or maybe slide or any banner or thumbnail message and so on. So with the Nano Banana, and we can creating this very easily. And it basically it can help us to like have a new junior designer in the team that can very efficient and can help us a lot. So let me show you how is it in the work. Okay. So basically, this design is actually having the system prompt on the left hand side. It having a few of the workflow, for example, like Nano Banana AI image edit and Nano Banana generate image. These two we already have for you already. And Swan also doing one workflow, which is the debrief. So let me go directly into the agent so that you can have a look. All right, so where is the agent? Let me click on this one. So this is the agent. So let me preview on the system prompt first. So in this one, Swan was doing she give a role for the design, the agent. Then she defined the input, including 3 parts. The reference image, so which means like you have an image and you just drop into the images. And also the second one is the target brand, some additional instruction. And then she will allocate the agent to have the output. And this is the new image that visual represent the reference image and adapt to target brand and so on. And there is some process and guideline that she put it in here. It's quite long. And there's some final output, context and so on. So let me show you like how is it work. On the right hand side, you will see that she will put a text and image. And then so she put a prompt like this one. And it trigger a workflow that say run Nano Banana image edit. If you click here, you will see that this is exactly the agent is sending over to this workflow and to the prompts. And also it will attaching the image in here as well. So let me copy this one and let's open this one in a new tab and see what is the original image look like. All right, so this is an example of the image. It was like a multi-modal weekly example from 12 Lab. This one is look like a screenshot, I believe so. So what Swan will do is just screenshot this one and then attach and send to the agent and some of the information that we are having with our new office hour today, with information like the day, the time, what's the new. And here's the output of Nano Banana. It makes sense, right? It's like working out of the box, and I'm quite impressive with that. So I think that is how we use a Nano Banana into the day-to-day work. And because this is an agent, so you can click on publishing and then you can embed this one into different place, for example, like can be an iframe. Let me just on shareable link. Let me just copy this one. I will drop that into our Discord so that if you want, you can just have a try. And we also going to exporting this into this Discord. And yeah, so you just need to having this one. Yeah, we will add this agent to template library later, but for now, I already shared that into the into Discord. Wait, so if you have this one in here, this is the agent JSON. So after you download this one, and then you can go back into the Agentic Flow, and then you go into an agent, for example, and then new agent, and you can just select import from 5, and then you just select that one, the one up here, and import. Voila, you have that already. And it will including most of everything that currently have. You can even new chat, and yeah, I think that is very straightforward on this part. But maybe when you click on this workflow, you will need to fix some connection. But this is only one step, and the rest will be okay, like what you have in Discord. Okay, so next one, let me go to the next one, because for today we have in quite a lot of agenda. Next one is we have VO3. So VO3 is for someone that not knowing about VO3. Let me search for that VO3 Google. So this one is a AI video generator powered by Google. It's not new. Actually, it was generated and having for like a month ago and so on. So it's having very high quality in following the prompt. So you can create different with this from text. This is super expensive. The reason why that we till now we bring that in, because they are actually slash the price. So price. So 19 hours ago, they are having a new pricing. So right now, the pricing is like half. So the VO3 now is $0.4 per second. It's worth $0.75. And VO3 fast is 0.15 per second. It's worth like 0.4 before. So it's like kind of 60% off on the this one already. So I think that now it is quite a good time that you can explore this one, and it is more economically possible to try that. So in VO3, actually we integrated that in agent, and also we can use that in agent. We are integrated in workflow, and then we can integrate in agent and MAS as well. So let me play a video that I already make with this one, so that you can identify what does that mean. Let's paste and go. Play.
What if I told you that a 2,000-year-old artifact might challenge everything we thought we knew about the history of electricity?
All right, so that is only 8 seconds of the screen, right? And it's including the image, the video, and the motion, and also including the voice. So the beautiful of this model is that it's multimodality. So it means from very simple prompt, you can actually creating this kinds of like animation in one shot. So let me show you how can you create that in Agentic Flow. So let me come back to here, and let me go into workflow. So I will have this one. Where is this? VO3. Let me click on this one. So in here, we are adding this new action. So this is called Google Gemini generate VO video. This will accepting the selector where you can select between VO3 and VO3 fast, and you can select the aspect ratio, you can select the quality, and some setting allow those, or enhance prompt and number of video, and so on. But this one, you can see the logo, which is PixelML logo. So it means you will need the PixelML key in order to using this one. And for this one, you can use that through our OpenRouter, and we just pass through the cost. So whatever that Google was selling, we just pass through to you. So because technically we just would like to enable you to leverage this capability. Yeah, so let me go into the history, and we can see what is the original video that I create and how can you replicate that. Okay, so this is the workflow that I ran 4 days ago, and the input is this text, which is like what if I told you blah blah and blah, and the second one is the prompt of the image. So it means like I would like to show people like how is it display, and this is a multi-step workflow. The first workflow is to generate an image. The second one is I'm asking Gemini in order to create a prompt with the information. And finally, it is generating the final video in here. Let me go into the build tab and I will go through one by one. The first one is the dialogue. Let me change this name. So this one was the dialogue. And in this one is image prompt. And generate image. This one is using Gemini 2.5 Flash image. So this one is actually the real name of Nano Banana. So this one is going to accepting the image prompt, which is the from the user input, and it will output the image. And in this Ask Gemini node, actually this one we is using just an LM, and we just prompt it like you are an expert prompt engineer, blah, and you will transform this dialogue and image prompt into something that relevant. And in the generate Veo 3 video node, we are just taking the prompt from this one, and we're taking the image from the previous node in here in order to generate final. Let me go to the next one. So after we have the Veo 3 in the workflow, which is the video that I already showed you, I will show you how can you use that in Agent and MAS. So this is the MAS that we already just create. So copy this one, open this one, and paste. So this one is a video multi-agent system. So this one is quite simple. It is consists of 3 agents not working together in order to create this video. So I'm going to show you what is the run history first. So this one, I was prompting the agent that create a short video about Luca, which is the last universal common ancestor. So it's kind of like mystery. So first one, the first agent, we call it video script generator. So this is the first one. So if you click in here, you will see this is the video script generator. If you click on the instruction, you will see that this is the prompt that we gave into the video instruction. So you are the agent specialized in creating video script, your job is and blah blah, and you only output a script, do not put anything else. And you should create a script in this format like string, decryption, and script. So let me see if the script generator is working. It's quite okay, right? So the script is creating this scene, and also the narrator join us in blah blah. So this is the scene number 1, and this is scene number 2. This is scene number 3, number 4, and number 5. Okay, so it means we already have the scene that breaking down from only one paragraph of text like this one. And next one is we have the start frame. So start frame is something like in order to work with the video model like Veo 3 and so on, you can just prompt it, but because if you just prompt it, then it will just imaging whatever based on your text. But because we have Nano Banana, so Nano Banana is the best text to image and issue image model at the moment. So why don't we use Nano Banana in order to create a starting frame? Okay. So that's why we came to this one, start frame generator. So this agent is having the responsibility that it will, your job is to take user request and video script and create a list of image for start frame of the video. Your output will be used as a start frame of each scene. So make sure to create enough start frame. So this is the job that we give into the start frame generator agent. And look at on the right hand side. So this agent actually receiving the output from the previous agent, which is the video script generator. And actually it starting to create 5 images by calling the Nano Banana 5 times. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here you can see this is scene number 1, scene number 2, scene number 3, 4, and 5. So this is creating 5 images that are starting frame already. But next one, we will need to create video. So this is where the third agent coming to place. So this is the third agent. We name it scene video generator. And you click on the third agent. And again, we need to look into the job description. Very simple. You are export prompt for Google Veo model. That is very straightforward. And in this agent, we equip it with one workflow, which is generating video. And this is the workflow. So this means I can click on this workflow. It will open generate video. And in here, we can also checking the input. First one is the prompt. Second one is the image. And this one is prompt going to prompt. Go to image. That's okay. That's quite simple. Let me go back to the MAS here. Right. So as you can see in here, so we have the video generator and it can be successfully generated few scene. So let me click on this watch video.
Though no fossils remain, we can glimpse Luca's traits through the shared features of modern genomes.
So this is scene number 4. So this one, actually the result of this one. So it is like a split scene image model one side inference character in Luca and the last universal common acceptor. Wow, okay. And if we scroll up a bit, we can see that it will be the narrator voice here. Through no fossil remain, we can glimpse Luca trait through the shared feature of modern genome. Wow, let me play it again.
Though no fossils remain, we can glimpse Luca's traits through the shared features of modern genomes.
That is scene number 4. So let's look at scene number 5 and see how is it. Okay.
From Luca's humble beginnings, life evolved into the rich tapestry we see today.
That's quite impressive, right? And what we do, we just giving this one very short prompt. So in here, we are creating different one. We're creating about Star Wars, Prometheus. Maybe let me click on Star Wars and see what is the result of Star Wars. Let me click on this one. These guys say nothing. My internet a little slow to load this one. Okay. Yeah, but you can see like, just from the very beginning, this prompt is even shorter. So it will creating 2 scenes. One scene is, like a vast galaxy, blah, blah, blah. And there's some voiceover in here. But I don't know why the VO3 is not, taking that up. But anyway, that's how you can, creating a video using 3 agents in, multi-agent system. And, that is kind of like a process that you predefine. And you can prompt them in order to let them work together on this one. Okay. So let me go back to Discord if you have any other question. Maybe I will just answer a question or 2. Yeah. So let me answer on this, Arvin. So technically, you can for this one. It is quite simple, so that you don't see you don't see the really key difference in terms of like between workflow and MAS. But between workflow and MS, the key difference is workflow don't have any shared memory between each of the agent. So it means you will need to pass through the output into some intermediate location to storage. So it means right now, as you can see, it is just one step ahead. So it means when you just one shot and it just move. But if there is a, let me go into multi-agent system. And then you go into deep research. And in this one, it's actually much more complicated. It including some condition, if, else, and it including the agent and also the sub-agent. So if you are moving with the normal workflow, then there will be no shared memory between this agent, the supervisor, and also the deep research final report, and they will not able to referencing the content and data between different agents together. And the problem is, without the shared memory, everything that they are producing is actually not able to pass through to different steps. And when you're having human in the loop, so it means like when you finish this one already, so can you have me to explore about the how to say battery. So it will including ability that you can actually comment into this one, and it will run into this flow again. Oops. So it's going to go into this flow again, and it will go into the clarify again. And because this clarify router and also different agent in here, it will see the historical message that have been conversation with this thread already. So it means it retaining all of the historical message that have been said, and it can producing something that learning from the past answer. So workflow is kind of like very isolated. So one run of another workflow will be never referring to the previous run. So everything is isolated. But for this one, because they have one conversation from top to bottom and everyone is comment into that. So you're thinking it's like a group chat, and the first agent will comment, the second agent do something, the third agent do something, and then you comment something, and then the other agent is coming back to this one. So it means we persistent the conversation, and that is much more powerful and able to handle complexity, especially when we are increasing the complexity with condition, loop, pause, and direct usage of different action in Agentic Flow. So that is very powerful, and we will extend to MCP action as well. So you will have 10,000 action like this one that can be on your workforce. And imagine that you can have action that Google search and passing the output into one agent, do something, and then passing to another agent, do something, and so on. So that is where MAS is designed for. I hope that this is answer some question. Okay, so let me read the question from Arvin. Okay, if we could have an agent node inside workflow or use case, I'm sorry. My cat was doing, sorry, the lamp was going down. Yeah, so let me answer this one from Arvin. Yeah, this is like kid, right? But I have cat. So yes, so that is meaning of MAS at the moment. So in this one, you can add a node, which means you can add an agent here. You can add Express Designer into this one. So this is the Express Designer. Okay, you can drag it here, and then you can zoom in, and then you can put that as a part of the response from that one. So the supervisor agent will do something, and it will pass a message to this agent, which is Express Designer, and Express Designer will do something on that. And the way that we are designing, so this is the edge of the link. So it will kind of like ensure that after this agent do and finish his job, it will trigger this agent, instead of like we just hoping that this agent will trigger the other agent. So we will guarantee that 100% of the time that after supervisor finish his job, the deep research final report agent will be triggered and ensure they are working. So this is kind of like behavior, like workflow, where you can add different agents and you can ensure that they are following the order that you have with them. So because the reason why we are not building this capability into workflow, simple, is that this workflow is a linear process. So it can only like referring to the information that before it cannot handle loop, it cannot handle all of the complexity, and having the workflow to have all of this complexity is a bit overkill. That will very hard for people to get started. So we are intend to give workflow is very transparent and linear process, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then agent is the one that can use the workflow, and multi-agent is the one that can use the, it can use everything else. So it can use an agent that you create outside. It can use a workflow that you can create outside. It can use condition loop, and it can use the action. So for example, we have an like generate email action. So instead of like you have to create a workflow and you add this generate email action in, you don't need. So right now it can be added, and we call it plugin. And this plugin can be part of your agent, multi-agent system workflow, like a big graph. You design how everything works together. And for example, like this one, the stock market research. So I ask it to do something, and I will chip in and say, okay, how about you do this again, but for Asian market. So you cannot do this with current workflow, right? But you can do this with the MAS at the moment. Let me go back into the Discord if you have further question. Yes, it's possible. So right now we are having the MAS trigger via message only. So you have the messages, and then it will answer and respond. But we will including webhook and scheduled message. So it means if you can create an MAS that can doing video like what I just did every day at 7 a.m., it will scrapping a Reddit stuff for the news, and then it will producing a new video about that topic, and then it will post to your social channel automatically, even when you are sleeping. Then that is the power of the MAS that can help you. You can do it with workflow, but it will be requiring a lot of like configuration and maybe multiple workflow that can do one after the other. So I will show you. Actually, if you don't have MAS, you can also using workflows, for example, like this. And then there will be an action that this is like the name is workflow. Call other workflow. So this one is supposed to trigger another workflow and input for some of the message and JSON and so on. So technically, if your workflow is not too complicated, you can using this one to simulate the process, but it will not be easy because I have been trying to do this before with this one, and it's just a mess. So I believe that the complexity of this one will require a new user interface, and that's where multi-agent system coming in, where it pack everything we have together, including workflow, agent, plugins, loops, condition, and so on. All right, let me answer the other question. Yeah. Okay, so did you ever decide to giving everyone access to Workflow Designer with just Shaw? Yeah, so this one is multi-agent system. So this is not included in the AppSumo pricing. So the multi-agent system is intended to on the business plan of the normal. But I believe that during the AppSumo, we have a vote, and everyone was voting for MAS to be this deal, and like this one, multi-agent add-on. And that's why we make it as an exceptional, and MAS was provide as a one-time add-on that you can purchase for your workspace. So it will unlock, and that is where we stand at the moment. Maybe in the future, we can having some trial period on MAS for everyone. This trial might be lacking of some feature, for example, like publishing. So you can try to build a system and using for yourself, but you can publish. But at the moment, we are not yet having that available yet. Yeah, I hope that's easy to answer to everyone's question. Sample use case, receive email, agent trigger, agent mail. So this one, from step number 1 to 3, actually is an if else. So I will show you. So that is very interesting. It leads us to condition. So how we use condition in order to simulate in this one. So it basically if, else, and else. Okay. So let me click on this one. I copy this one. I open. I paste here. So this is a more complicated multi-agent system that having if, else, and some loop as well. So we are where is it? Not this one. Yeah, this one have if, else. You can see. So this have condition. If this happen, then we do this. If we would like to have one more, we just click it here. It will be else. Click here. It's else. And you have different link. You can do different other thing as well. Open this one, else. So whatever that you need, you can doing very complicated things with this condition. And let me show you. This is also a video MAS, but so this one is a little more advanced, where we are demonstrating how you will use the condition and how you use the plugin into the MAS. So comparing to the other, which is this one. So this is also an MAS that having 3 agents that working together. This one is more complicated, but it's also more advanced. So let me click on this one. So this is the video that I was asking it to create. So I just asking it to create a video about Baghdad battery with 5C. So first one, we have video script generator. And second one, we have start frame. And start frame is going to generate an image in this one. And it has some if else into this. And let me see the output of the result. So it will call VO3 generator node. And let me click on this one. And let me open the output of the video. Like it. So that is the output of the first one. Let me take a look on the output of the next one. Now this is image. Okay. Copy. Paste. So let's look into the details. So how this multi-agent system is working. So click on this one. You will see the name. The first is the video script generator. So this agent is taking direct message from trigger. So what we mean by trigger? Trigger is the first message that you send to agent. So right now, because we only supporting the manual message, so this going to receive this text. And then this agent will break down the script into 5 scenes. So after this one, it's going to having the second agent, which is start frame generator. So I explained before. And this start frame generator is also trigger 5 Nano Banana image and will trigger next. But next one, it's going to be having a node that could call a state modifier, and also it's a plugin. So this one is the demonstrate that how you can use a plugin directly into our video generator. So if you're comparing to this agent of like a video generator, actually we will need to create a workflow, and then we equip that skill into the agent in order to having this agent to call this workflow automatically. But for this one, because we don't want to use that agent, so we will create this one as part of the MAS, so that after the start frame has been created, it will start to call the action of the video generator directly, and it will have some of the this one is scene video generator, and it will combine this content into the motion and audio, and finally it will create the video directly, fast scene, and it will have some condition in here. So if the scene information is next frame index, so it means for this one, it will try to create the video one after the other. And this condition was just simply doing kind of a loop. If this index is still not the final index, it will continue to generate it. And it will final to the final frame. Okay. But at the final and everything, we are going to create the video, and I will just play this video. So as you can see in here, the complexity of MAS can be pretty high. If you adding the plugin, the state modifier, the condition, and if else, or it can be simple when you are looking everything as a like agent. So you just need to define the role of 3 agents. One do the strip, one do the start frame, and one do the scene video generator, and that is look much more clean for us, right? But the reason why we are demonstrating this one is that we would like to show you like the complexity can be this level of high, and sometimes that if you would like to have some deterministic on the workflow and if else and very complicated, you can do it with the MAS in here. Okay, I think this is quite complex MAS. So I strongly suggest that if you're just starting out, you should just doing some this one. You have first agent, second agent, third agent, and then you equip that with the relevant workflow and tool. It will be easy. So you just think about this one is like your intern. It will have some skill, and then you give it some instruction, and it knowing that after this guy is doing something and hand it over to me, I need to do something and so on. Okay. When will be available a guide for usage of MAS? Usage variable inside it is complex and we need updated docs. True. MAS is quite complicated. We have a docs, but this doc is a bit outdated. You can find it in here. This is the workforce, where it's showing you like the workforce builder. There's some video tutorial. It's explaining what is the workforce architecture and why, and what is the canvas, what is the agent node, tool node, logic node, state modifier, and flow control, and so on. So right now we just have a skeleton. We will need to put more screenshot in here, but basically you will find it in this area on the left hand side here. And yes, of course, we need to produce you a template. So we bring back the workforce template. So in here today, you can click on this button. It will help you to clone the first MAS that is workable, which is, we call it deep research MAS. So when you are here, first time when you clone it, this will be your first starter. And this is a deep research workflow. And you can click on this one. The first one will be the deep research agent that have you to clarify with user. Just zoom in, you will see, oops. And it will using if else. So it will teach you how to using the if else. And it will, if there's everything okay, it will pass into the agent that research brief. And if this research brief is okay, it will pass into the supervisor. And because this supervisor is having sub-agent, if you click here, you will see that this supervisor is actually having a researcher agent. And this researcher agent is a child of this sub-agent. And this supervisor will calling this researcher when it feel necessary. And then when the supervisor and the sub-agent is working well together already, they need someone that will combine everything together, right? So we have the deep research final report agent. And this agent is actually just doing the message that we give it, like based on and blah blah, you will do this, and there's more context and blah blah in here. So basically, this is how you will configure your first multi-agent system. For now, this convention is not working well yet. We need to make it similar like in workflow, where we allow you to select. So for example, like this one, technically, this is what we want to do. For example, we have an LM. So what we want to have is able to select just like this. But it will get in there. So basically, we will make this insert variable that available in MAS. So you don't have to worry about the convention and so on. You just click the button, you select it, and yeah, whatever that you can do in workflow, eventually that we will move that to workforce, which is MAS for now. And but yeah, bear with us. We are going to spend more time on this one in this month. Okay. Yeah. So we will prepare the tutorial. So if you also notice on this one, we are preparing for our documentation. So you go to Docs. You will see that there will be an Agentic Flow 101 course. You click on here, and it will show you like the curriculum that we designed from week 1, week 2 to week 3 and 4. So MAS is intended to be in the week number 4 in here, where we have the integration and multi-agent master. So we will need to kind of like working on the tutorial one after the other. But basically, we will try to add as much content and tutorial as possible. And it's not limited into text, but we're also going to having a video as well. So if you notice on, we're also having our channel going to video. So as you can see, we are having a new video like about API call, about webhook. And from now until the end of the month, we will also publishing more. And MAS is absolutely going to have its own video and showing you step by step how you can build a MAS from ground up, from zero. Or you can just clone the deep research multi-agent system and give it a try. Okay. All right. I think that is so quick. So this is a question from Alvin. Quick UI UX suggestion to automate canvas. Add auto arrange clean layout button that automates tidy up, organize canvas. Small control with save time, reduce cluster. Hey, we have it. So if you click on this button, it's actually going to rearrange. For example, I just drag here, but I would like to, if it's nice, is go back. And it's going to fit my view. For example, here, I just click here. It will fit view. We also have mini map as well. It will help you navigate. And you can go. So it means it has some history of the area. I go here and I go back. It moves back. So this control is available in here already. Yeah. And this is the reason why we are like scrape out the V1 in order to having the V2 of the UI, because this one is much more powerful. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Samit. So let me move on. I think I'm running out of time. Okay. So I go through already. So we go through a condition. We go through the clone. So basically, if you have MAS and you just go into multi-agent and you just click on this button, clone, it will clone to you a new deep research agent. It will be your first starter, and you just need to click on this one. You just say it like, help me to research about like top 500 technical company in US. Yeah, and you give it a task and you just feel how is it going to run. If there is some error, it's mostly about the connection. And for example, this one, the agent is asking like to reconfirm. Okay, focus on revenue. So it will starting to do its work. And yeah, the research brief is actually provide a brief, and the supervisor is starting to do the work. And that is it. You just clone and then you try it first, and you learn how along the way. And perhaps that you can find something. And so on. Okay, so you see there's an error in here. You research your agent, and you can see the error. That's simply like when you click on this one, and you click on sub agent, and you click on this sub agent, you will see that this agent is going to have some of the workflow that attached to it, and it's having the red knot here. So you need to fix the connection. You just click on search connection internet. You click Google search. You select connection, and you save it. That's done. And then you go back to your multi-agent. It will try multiple times. But we fixed the connection. So I hope that this one is going to be resolved as well. Okay. Yeah. While we're waiting for that one, I will move to the next item. We are running out of time. We have some small part like, there's a node. So node here is just mean like, you can, add a node, which is, for example, like you build this multi-agent system for someone else to do and say, hello, this one mean this. So you can just dragging around this one, and you just put a sticky note so that someone else from your team can actually learn what does it mean by this section and so on. What else we have is a loop. I think I mentioned already. So in here we can add a loop, and in this loop we can even loop by number of count, like 5 times, 10 times, or it's like an array that you will just keep an array item in here and the output. And we can also pause as well. So sometimes that we are sending the message to some of the external services, and we know for sure that we need to wait 20 seconds. Then we just pause it for 20 seconds, and then we call the next one. So the multi-agent will stop there, wait for 20 seconds, and then move on. So that is MAS pause. And the video Nano Banana, I think I already shared. So the last one, which is the MAS publishing. So if you have in the multi-agent system already, but if it's just working in Agentic Flow, it's no use, right? So you have to share and publish it to external. And what you can do is you click on this share button, and it will be exactly the same with the agent. So eventually we are going to add all of this one, but basically right now you can have a task UI. So you can click on this one and it will show you like, you switch on and it will be public available. And this is a preview of the MES look like. And then you just need to, this is an iframe or this is a shareable link. Just copy on this one, open a new tab, enter. And voila. Your agent is going to starting on half, and you can give it task, a video about Pixelmail and Agentic Flow. I don't think that they know me, but I will just give it a task. And then on the left hand side, this is going to be the list of the tasks that you give to the agent, and your team can also using this as well. So basically, this is how we publishing our agent to external to use. And eventually we will have the chat widget, which is the bubble box. We also export it to Discord, to WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, Shopify if you want as well. So that is it on the MES publishing. I think the plugin for agent I already mentioned, but I will just show you again. So if you click on the add node, there will be other item that you can select. So whatever that you can use in workflow, you can use in MES, including text to speed, perplexity, create agent, or upscale, fade detailer, or customer segment, and so on. So everything in Agentic Flow is interconnected. And this is going to be why I was saying that Agentic Flow is building in kinds of like very structured, where we have different components that working together. So MES is the biggest one. Let me put it here. So this one is MES. And MES can use agent or workflow or plugins. And in the agent, it can also using workflow as well. And it can also using plugin as well. And in the workflow, it can using, okay. So whatever that you are building, either workflow or agent, eventually it will be benefit for your MES later on. So if you don't have the MES now, don't worry. You can start with workflow first, and you can start with agent when adding the workflow as a skill to agent, or maybe as an action as a skill to agent. Later, when you reach into the scenario that is complexity, and you think that maybe MES is a solution for you, then you can just reusing whatever that you have, and with no extra problem. So I think that's pretty much it. I think there's a very big blog post from a customer in the group. And I believe that this is also the reason why I would like to take some time to share with you how everything is interconnected in Agentic Flow. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's this. So you would like to speak? Yeah, I already accept. Both of my agents run at the same time in MES. Yeah. So what you can do is that you need to put an agent one after the other. So for like this, for example, like, let me go into my workforce first, and I'm going to do a video MES, this one. No, this one is complicated. So this is the first agent, this is the second agent, and this is the third agent. So if you would like to ensure the second agent is starting after the first one, you make sure that this is the link after them. So the first one receiving direct message from the trigger, and then when it's finished, you connect it to the next one, and then you connect it to the next one. So as you can see in here on the right hand side, when I give it the task, the first one, which is the video script generator, will finish the task. And then the second one, which is start frame generator, is starting to work. And it will provide an update as well when it's done. And only until the second agent is done, it will trigger the third agent. And the third agent is using fine tune and provide an update. So you can see that is pretty straightforward. And you can see like, how can you do more scene? Yeah, you can put a human in a loop in here, and then we will start to work over again with this flow. Yeah, so error retrying, can we have a set to limit those things? The purpose is not forcing to code too much on a sample. Setting to limit incoming message, wait time, make sure. I think that is totally makes sense. So we have a configuration. It's called global circuit break. And this one, we have a cap. And then we will allow you to configure it as well as part of the MES, so that it will not go in further than that number. Default, the number is 25, but you can limit that into 10, 5. For example, you can limit that to the agent level as well. So you can minimizing the cost. But basically, we talk about this and we already implement a feature to allow you to control this one. About the second half of your question, which is the EDS a way of publishing agent to push your own credential, only specific for that specific agent. At the moment, we don't have it yet. So at the moment, everything is going to charge to your workspace. You can raise that as a feature request. And if this is very interest from community, I think this need a better solution. So this solution is kind of like allow the end user to pay for their own consumption. So you design a template, the end user can register an Agentic Flow account. They have their own credit and payment, including PixelML, and they can use that and without any fee to you. So I think that is going to be the better way to design that. It can be a kind of like a marketplace. You are selling a template, and anyone using that, you will earn a portion of the fee that they spend on the platform. It's like kind of like a royal fee. So I think if we want to do it, we need to do properly rather than we just enable here and there. And it will require a bit solid and understanding and this one. And I hope that we can vote and we can discuss further. And hopefully that after September, we can look into that and implement that. Yes, correct. So I think you have advertised, you should be able to list your agent or MAS on a marketplace that people can pay to unlock. And maybe if they just don't want to clone that, they just want to use that, then you should earn a royal fee because you are the creator of that template or workflow. We definitely can exploring that model. If you can drop it as a new requirement into our backlog, I definitely will discuss with you on that, and we will break it down and how can we get it one by one after the other. But I think marketplace is always the one that I only want to do. It's an agent marketplace. We just deploy agent marketplace for other people to clone or maybe run. We earn the interest rate based on that. Yeah. Thanks, Scorpio. Yeah, I think that is where we are heading to. I think we are 5 minutes late. The reason why I would like to close this sharp today is we have Apple event, right? And I have promised to my wife that we are going to watch together. So I would need to close this now, but I'm looking forward to talk to you everyone next week in office hour. And I believe that we are moving in the right direction, and I'm glad that having everyone with me. Okay. Thanks everyone and have a good day. Bye bye.